So guys, last weekend was kind of a bust. I did film, but it was just kind of boring stuff. It basically was me. I pulled the gas tank, so maybe kind of interesting, but really it was just me scrubbing oil and everything off the undercarriage. So it wasn't really anything that I think would have made a good video. I really feel like it was just wasting my time to be recording it and everything. I kind of looked back through the footage and seeing everything, and I just felt like it wasn't anything enticing to view. But good news, headed to my house right now. I took off work early on a Friday. I'm still wearing my dirty work uniform, but I got one of my buddies came over to help with the Fox, and then we may actually have another friend to show up, and if he does, we can get some more done. But yeah, hopefully I'll have some better video content to show you guys on the Mustang. Okay. All right, there's Cody. Smack that hoe. Wait a minute. Oh shit. One more again. Now she's flush.
Hopefully that's the right way to do it.
I hope so. We just did it. Shit.
I took it out.
Dude, what size is that? Like a 40?
It didn't come with anything.
No, it didn't come over.
You have to get a massive, like a plumber's pipe wrench.
Yeah, something.
Okay.
We'll get that. We're just mocking everything
Oh,
up right
sorry.
now. Hey, that wasn't bad at all. I better get to watching that YouTube video on how to do the torque arm box reinforcements. Oh, come on now. Hit it with your purse, Anthony. Oh yeah.
We up. We up.
We up. I wonder if people ever tighten that nut to pull them more on the way through and fully seat them.
Oh, shit.
Dude, I don't know, dude. It would round off. There's no way. I'm just playing with it. My bad.
Oh, I thought it was loose.
I mean, yeah, he loose. I'm joint loose. Dude, I took a blowtorch to get the old ones out.
I was here.
Oh yeah, you were.
We did this. Okay, there's that. Here's your trash.
Your trash. Okay. It's the next day. Went to the store to get some hardware for all my stuff. But can we just bring back truck spoilers? I know they're trash, but I miss seeing them. So guys, back at it again today. Just got back. I went and got something to eat, went to cookout. I actually went to work for a couple hours. I didn't really do much, just piddled around and did some paperwork. But went to the hardware store, got some hardware and stuff I needed. something like this, people don't really think about it, and it's just kind of daunting on me too, that this doing stuff like this will nickel and dime you. I just spent over $100 in just nuts and bolts and just different fasteners and hardware and stuff. So whenever you're buying like a big mess of parts, just know going into it that you're not going to have everything, and you're still going to have to get more. Now, I could have used like old bolts and hardware and stuff, where I'm going above and beyond with this whole thing. That's not really something I want to do. Since I'm putting all this new stuff in there and everything, I want to, and I'm already basically doing the whole car, I'm going to go the extra mile and just put all new hardware, grade A bolts and stuff like that in it, just so that's not something I'm worrying about later on. If I have to go fix something, then I'll have a bolt that's rusted and probably cross-threaded 3 separate times and everything, something snapping off or whatever from old rusted bolts. Everything is new, so it's going to be one less thing I have to worry about. But I'm going to go ahead and get this torque arm box reinforcement put in. Get it underneath the car here. Everything's primed. Everything's looking good. I'm still kind of, it's mocking everything up. A lot of this is going to come back out, but just kind of looking at it, I'm probably going to do a bed liner or some kind of, wheel covering to make it black, and then the undercarriage. Probably going to stay this. I might put some color on it, but right now I'm just going to go ahead and mock everything up. Got to put the torque arm box reinforcements for the lower. The upper, it has like a brace that goes up here and connects, and then it has the bar that goes through there and connects the 2 uppers, and then I'll have the plates that will go through here into the interior. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this. So my phone apparently decided not to record while I was mocking this stuff up, but here's the BMR upper. It just ties them to the frame rail. I don't have them bolted. I just kind of mocked it up, and I got to drill holes up there, but I wanted to kind of bolt everything down and let them just kind of rest where they want to rest before I drilled holes. I know some people, they'll just set them up there and kind of line them up, and they just drill them, and then they realize that they have fitment issues after. So I'm actually, now that I see that fits, I'm actually going to put the upper control arms in and kind of tighten everything down how it needs to be before I drill these holes, just so everything's setting how it needs to be and it's kind of happy. And then I'll drill the holes and put those in. So I'm going to go ahead and start that, and hopefully it will film so I can time lapse this. But also, this torque arm box reinforcement right here, it's paper thin, and I have the dreaded bend and everything right here where people put the also pop that plug up, but where they put their jacks right there and try and jack the car up. But here's the reinforcement plate in here. I don't have good light, but here's the BMR lower support plates, and then it has this that will go through the floor. But I can set it up in there and kind of line the holes up, but I'm going to do the upper first, put the control arms in, let everything sit happy the way it wants to, and get the first things first of uppers, and then I'll do the lowers, and then I'll go ahead and put the rear end in. But let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so everything's in. Now, little old me's got to get this differential up, get it set up there. Probably gonna put it on the floor jack and see what I can do, but we'll figure it out. So I'm gonna call it a day. I'm starving, I'm wore out, I'm covered with metal shavings and stuff. My drill died is another reason I'm calling it a day. I didn't get the plates in the floor. I went through 2 batteries and a bunch of drill bits. So I'm just gonna call it a day on drilling, but got hardware for the shocks, bump steers on. I didn't put the spacers in or anything because I got to have the car loaded underweight to, you know, do bump steer. This is just a mock-up. I found the bolts that go to the power steering rack, and I got the rear end in. So shocks are in, springs are in, lower control arms, upper control arms. That shock isn't over there, and this shock is held on by a punch because, come to find out, I didn't have hardware for this. I just kind of assumed it would come with the shocks, but I guess not. That's no big deal though. But got the golly, I can't even think now, torque arm box reinforcement in. I haven't got the reinforcement plates in here, just not drilled out, bolted through the floor, but everything's mocked up and it looks pretty good going together. And then I actually have the brakes sitting over there in a box, brand new. Not really worried about that right now though. And then of course gas tank's laying over there. Got to figure out fueling, but next step is going to be putting this in there, seeing how that works. And then trans brace right there. Gonna worry about that whenever this goes in. But yeah, got rid of a lot of boxes sitting around. I mean, they're still here. I got bags I got to clean up, but I'm gonna start tomorrow and see what I can get finished up and see if I can try and get all the clips I got together to get a video uploaded. I know I didn't last week, but like I think I said earlier, if I even put that clip in, it was just a lot of prepping, and I just clean grease and painted. It wasn't really anything that I've seen that was of interest for anybody. And I got a few more things on the board. Cody actually wrote some. I didn't get really much filming because me and him just kind of ended up sorry, got a freaking hair in my mouth. But me and him just were kind of working, mocking stuff up, and we were talking so much and looking at different stuff on our phones. I was using my phone, so I couldn't really film. But I actually got bolts for the knuckles and bolt for the racks. So I need a call Monday for the BMR motor mounts. All that is done except the interior. And then let me see here. Yeah, I got the rear brake calipers and everything, so he actually put a note over there. I just need the front brake set up. So kind of working a little bit, getting a little bit more done. You can see I was messing with some stuff in there, steering shafts and stuff, trying to see how it's set up, brake pedals and everything. So just really trying to mock up and see where I'm at, see where I need to go with everything. So I think that's it for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So guys, we are getting somewhere. You can actually see, it doesn't look too bad now, the wide engine bay sitting there, but the wheels are just some wheels I had laying around. I just have them basically, they're freebies, and tires are rotted and everything. They're just no good, but I just have them for basically to have the car roll around whenever I need to do stuff, and they're just cheap wheels. So if I'm doing any grinding and it's sitting on the wheels, those are the ones I'll have on it. But I just took the fender, set it on there, the wings just sitting on there, and that glass is just sitting on there. I threw the sunroof in there. I just wanted to see some progress and kind of get in my head that this car will go back together. But I'll kind of take you around and show you what I got done this weekend. So like I said, I've probably shown it in other clips, but I got BMRK member, the Cobra power steering rack, Steve Mass lower control arms. Then actually I can go over here. Bump steer kit, some Ford Ranger hubs, Ford Ranger ball joints. This is a 2005 New Edge spindle that I had sent off, and I had it shortened right here for the tie rod. This is SP Performance coilovers, and then of course this is a 2007 Shelby, or not Shelby, but 2007 GT Mustang radiator and fan. I just wanted to kind of set it in there and see how it looks. The funny thing is, these mounts for the condenser, I see, you can actually see I have a wire holding it in right now, but these mounts for the condenser actually line up with these bolts in here, so I can actually just bolt that straight up. It's not going to be on grommets or anything, but I don't think that'll really matter. Then let me see here. Let's go down to the rear. Okay, so 8.8 rear end. It's got 373 gears in it. Solid upper joints with Heim joints. Then we have these adjustable, I can't even remember what they are. I think they're Maximum Motorsports. Upper control arms, Maximum Motorsports. Lower control arms, the lower control arm relocation kit, and then BMR torque box reinforcement. You can see it goes through there, ties that all in, and then the torque box plates for the lowers. SP Performance coilovers right here. Then I think that's really about it this weekend. And then of course I just kind of threw a couple of things on the car, just because whenever it's setting apart, some people will know, like, it gets discouraging just seeing your car blasting into a million pieces all the time. Doing this kind of gets you in the mindset that this will go back together, and you are making progress. It is getting done. The motor, it was my dumb mistake. I thought this was direct mounts for the motor. I should have kind of guessed that this motor is not that wide. It actually needs motor mounts, so I have motor mounts on the way for that, so this can actually go in, and I can get that going. Then I have my trans brace right here, so next week the motor and trans is going to go in, and I'll start checking all the fitment, mocking everything up there. But it's about all the progress I really got done, but I really wanted to kind of put this thing back together and remember what it looked like. Oh shit. I'm gonna show you the blip out, and then also if you look, I lengthened the wheelbase with these control arms I have. I moved the front wheel forwards. I wouldn't have originally done that, but I seen Chelsea DeNofa do it with basically the same setup. He has this Scotty D lower control arm, but this is basically the same. So move the wheel forwards, give it a longer wheelbase, and it will actually help with drifting. But and then if you look, it's actually, I know it's turned right now, but also the wheel's not bolted on there. I just set them on there for the looks, but sticking out pretty far. And then this one is tucked in, so there's definitely a way way wider front end onto this thing now. And the thing is, I actually have SN95 rear axles and stuff in this, so the rear end should actually be wider since the axles and everything are longer. Rear end should be a couple inches wider, but it probably is. It's just the front end is so wide that you can't even tell. But that's really all I got for this week. Thanks for watching. I was completely all over the place, scatterbrained, so I have no idea how this edit is going to go, but I'm going to take my time and actually do a little bit more with editing to see if I can actually make a better video, see if I can entice some more viewers and stuff, because I know my videos of me just sanding and cleaning the engine bay and cleaning the car and stuff is just kind of boring. So let's see what I can do this week and see if I can kind of grow and figure out some more with editing. So next week I'll hopefully be getting that in, and I'll check you guys later. Steam Deck tune. F body.